I started in the hospitality industry over 16 years ago, and one of my first positions was to be a bellman. And I selected that position simply because of the money. I knew I was good with people, I knew I could make a lot of tips, therefore make a lot of money. So I didn't necessarily have a profound reason, this great concept as to why I was going to join the hospitality industry. But one day, as a bellman, I am taking a guest down to the room, and the guest story is it's a couple with their 2 kids, and they were married 5 years ago in New York City, and they never had the financial means to be able to go on a proper honeymoon. So they saved up money and decided to make that trip down to Orlando, Florida. However, they didn't have anyone that could watch their 2 kids, and they wanted to make it a vacation for them as well. So they come down, I'm escorting them to the room. Well, sure enough, they have a studio. The challenge with that is their 2 kids have to sleep on the pull-out couch. They're in the bed there, so it's not really a romantic honeymoon setting for them. They pleaded and asked, is there any other rooms available? Is there anything that we can do? Took them back, went to the lobby, and sure enough, we were completely sold out. Now, at that moment, I was kind of at that crossroad that I could be my position and say, I'm sorry, you can speak to a manager. Already knowing my manager said, well, we're going to tell them we're sold out. Not because they didn't necessarily care, because they had a lot going on in their life. They had a lot going on in their day. They had a lot bigger things that they were dealing with in their mind. So simply, I had that decision. What was I going to do? Was I going to lead them to a manager and continue to do my job, or was I going to do something different? So what I decided to do was to pick up the phone and call every single one of our resorts in the area and just see, is there a possibility anyone has a 1 bedroom with a separate living room, a 2 bedroom, whatever that may be. And every time I picked up the phone and called someone, spoke to the manager, like, who is this? I'm like, well, I'm a bellman at this property, and I really need help with my guest. And ultimately, each person was confused. Why would a bellman be handling this level of responsibility? But someone finally called me back after about 5-6 hours of dealing with the situation and let me know that yes, we do have 1 room that just cancels available that meets these guest needs. So because I was alley, because I was a bellman, I wasn't able to personally escort them on the clock to this resort. So spoke to my boss, clocked out, went over to the resort, took the family there, showed them that unit. But for me, it was taking that amount of time to try to fix this process. But for them, it was this one vacation experience that was going to go perfect now. Everything could have gone wrong. Everything could have started off negative, but instead, they now had the accommodations to help support what they visioned their vacation experience would be. I think that experience really changed my life. It changed the way I looked at things. I no longer came to work because I wanted money. I no longer came to work because I was thinking I'm going to get a lot of tips. I came to work because I knew I could create an experience. Because for that guest, it didn't just change their day. It may have changed their life. Why? Because now that experience is something they probably never forget. See, in the hospitality industry, we don't know the circumstances behind the guest. We don't know if it's their first vacation that they're going to have in 10 years or their first night out in multiple years. We don't know their financial standings. We don't know what happened in their family. But what we do know is if we truly love people and we truly care, we can create memories for that family that they may not be able to create for themselves. So when we come to those crossroads, we have to decide which way we're going to go. Are we going to go in the direction that's just following our job, that's just continuing to do our routine, or are we going to wake up in the morning with a mentality that we're going to create memories, that we're going to create vacation experiences, that dining experiences, that in our hospitality world that we're going to recognize our responsibility is to deliver something so exceptional that it can impact someone's day, year, or life. So that situation has really changed my life. My question is, what situation has changed yours?